Hi there, Sagittarius, and welcome to this, your November 2025 reading and forecast. Hi, I'm Nigel St. James, clairvoyant. For those of you who are dropping by for the first time, welcome. Now, some people ask, do I do personal readings? The answer is yes, clairvoyant readings, that is. And I also do healing. But there's no religion involved in the healing. And actually healing, I provide it for free wherever you are in the world. The details are in the description. Now this deck is great. It's called Spolia. It's also got a Sagittarius card in it, by the way, which I'll leave just there. And, it's an independent deck that went out of print, I think, several years ago. And I'm told that second-hand copies of the deck sell for like $700 US or 500 euro or something like that, which seems like a lot of money. Well, certainly I won't be selling this because even though I don't use it very often, when I have done, it's always been extremely accurate. So that bodes well for us now. So let's see what the energies are in store for you for this month of November and show me the magic. There it is. 7 of Cups. Here is Judgment. Here is the World. Fascinating. Those two major arcana, one after each other. There we go. The Empress. Fantastic for you. Blimey, what is there here? There is the Queen of Wands. Well, let's see what this energy all adds up to, and let's get straight into it. Right. Oh, what a fantastic month for you. Now, here in this deck, as I mentioned, there is a card specifically for Sagittarius. I thought I'd show it to you. That's the back of the card for those people who like looking at backs of cards. And this is the front. There we see the fantastic energy, this violet background, almost the sign, the color of the warrior is what it is. And isn't that true for you, I think? Now, your sign, of course, of Sagittarius is a masculine sign, which means you are outgoing. You're very adaptable as well. You are able to start things. You have a great optimism about you, and you're very outward bound. They're the characteristics at a very superficial level of masculine signs. Now, the ancient Greeks, of course, divided up the zodiac signs equally into masculine and feminine. And the masculine signs are the fire signs and the air signs, and the feminine signs are the water signs and the earth signs. Now, I might just put up on the top of the screen now a video I did which talks about how Western astrology was formed by the Greeks and why they did in the way that they did. And you might find there is something of a reveal or a twist to it. And it might change the way that you are looking at astrology, but in a good way. But now let's have a look at this central energy here. And this is a great time of year for you. I think lots of partying, I suspect. Now this has got the energy of Saturn all around it. Interestingly, and maybe counterintuitively, Saturn is really good for you in this situation because it's talking about completion, liberation from bondage, and I think now you will see yourself and the world as it actually is. You are kind of caught up in the dancing motion of the universe, and you really do get a perspective of things. There will be the completion of a project. I think what is happening is that your efforts are finally paying off. There has been, I suspect, a long, hard haul to get here, but you are just on the threshold of it now. And this is definitely, though, a reminder to you to finish what you have started, because this is a period where you are being given the energy and the insight to take control of your own destiny, and will be using that wellspring of power bubbling up from within you to produce the will to get results. This is also a period where there will be a great desire for experience. Experience of the world and of the people. There is the desire to travel, I think, and at this period you are going to be very good at starting new things and finishing off the old. It's really possible for you to see things as they really are, and the stage is now set for a new completion or a new beginning, and the events of your life really are in harmony with the universe. But you might ask yourself this: from what aspects of your life is it time to free yourself? Is there a journey or a project, business, sale waiting for you to set it in motion? Say this to yourself: I love to travel. I love to explore the unknown. I am excited about bringing ideas and creative projects into form, and I deeply value making a contribution that is going to make the environment, the world around me, a better place for everyone. I really am at one with the universe. Now, very interestingly, this other major arcana card here, you got 3 major arcanas in a row there. Very good. Very favourable. A lot of good luck around you this month. Here, there is a decision which has a major impact on your life, such as lifestyle or what you're doing with your work, but these changes are going to be good. There is now the time to move on after seeing the bigger picture. So do take time out to see the big picture. This really is like this snake here. See how that snake? Snakes shed their skin, don't they? Well, this is a natural period of growth and shedding things and people which no longer serve you. Now, when I say shedding people that no longer serve you, I don't mean that in a bad way. It just is the case that, and it is a fact that, some people are meant to be part of your history and not part of your destiny. This is really calling on you to drop your street level view and see things from up on high, from a higher plane. And when you have seen the bigger picture, then you'll be able to understand things for what they really are. Now, which methods are you going to use to gain deeper insight and greater wisdom? This is saying that you will, I might find this hard to believe, but you will be open to criticism, and you're going to be very selective about people and situations that you let into your life. You might also go through looking at yourself and have some analysis as to what are your strengths and weaknesses, and just decide to play to your strengths and minimize your weaknesses. This is also speaking of closure, resolving things, and it's a time for decisive action. Now, I did mention that other major arcana on this diagonal. It's very, very fortunate for you. Great good luck, good fortune coming around you. Well, I'm not surprised here because I notice here that not only is there this woman, but I'm looking at the colour green here, and I have a very strong mystical association of the colour green with the planet of Venus. Now, Venus is the most occult of the planets. Very deep, very complex. I won't go into it now. Maybe I'll do a separate video on it. But Venus is also the sister planet to the Earth. And Venus, of course, is one of the great benefics as well. And you will be, during the period, surrounded with love. You will be focusing on beauty, and there'll be a real wisdom with you now, a connection between spirit and matter within you. You understand what I mean by that. And a recognition of your inner and outer wealth. Now, with Venus here, it's very fertile. You will be fulfilling your potential, and it is a period of putting in place or closing the deal, because I see successful business and I see opportunity coming to you. I will say this about opportunity. She's looking at me when I say opportunity. She's saying that opportunity only comes to those who have prepared for it. If you're not prepared, it goes on to the next person. I think it's inevitable that you will hear of pregnancy. Definitely a time of being in touch with the beauty in your life. And as an aside, I think she is reminding us that spirituality is expressed from your heart and not from your head. Interestingly, this is a period when I don't think anybody is going to be able to pigeonhole you as being just an intellectual or being just emotional. There'll be a good balance between the two there. This is the Empress here, and it's saying to me also that other people are going to recognize in you a strong leadership ability. This is particularly good for women. And it's saying that the beauty that you see in others, which attracts you to them, is actually a beauty that you already carry within yourself. And for women, I think that you are in the process of unfolding and evolving your femininity. For the men, this is a good time to resolve any outstanding conflicts with mothers, daughters, family members, putting things right with the fair sex. And speaking of beauty, gee, it's all going for you this month. People are going to find you very attractive, you realize, don't you? You're going to be very hard to resist, whether you do anything about that or not. Now, here is another beautiful woman. I would kind of refer to this energy as being somewhat like the first lady of the Broadway theatre, or the first lady of the London theatre scene. These court cards, of course, can either be male or female, irrespective of their designation here. This is a time when, unsurprisingly, you really do get self-knowledge as a result of that moment ago when we talked about you being critical of yourself and understanding where your strengths and weaknesses lie. And this change about you will master self-knowledge. There's a lot of Pisces energy around here, a lot of Aries energy. Aries, your sister fire sign, they might be important to you. But certainly Pisces is going to give you sensitivity and inspiration. And Aries is bringing that leadership ability in and self-confidence. You'll be very adaptable. You'll have a great endurance and persistent energy mixed with a calm authority. Again, these powers of attraction are coming through here again. I will say this though, you could well be intolerant or dismissive or impatient with opposition. Now, I say that you're going to have great powers of attraction at this time, which is true. And I think what's coming through here is that as a result, you will also have a real capacity for friendship as well as for love. But you'll be getting friendship and love to come in through a door which you manage who comes in and who doesn't. You're going to be very choosy or selective as to love interests or to friendships, to the extent that some people may say that you have a vanity or a snobbery about you. But that's not really you. That's the energy that's coming up here. Well, look, it's hard to be humble when you are so great, isn't it, Sagittarius? Now, here's a period here when you could well just get in and burn up with, I suppose, emotions, ruminating on things, brooding, and as a result, you might react with savagery. You could even from time to time be quite easy to take offense at what some people do or say. And if that is the case, you may find that you are harboring some ideas of revenge, and sometimes without good cause to wreak your revenge. But you will be, at this period, going through the process of self-discovery and remembering your power. Look, you have got here by resolving difficulties in the past, and you have become a stronger character. And it is time now, all of these are saying, to express, to give out your natural power and beauty and move on from the past, because I think that you are really going to know what you want, and you'll have an active life while creating a very powerful first impression. Say this to yourself, because it is true. I am a radiant being filled with light and love. Now, I do say moving on from the past, as this is advising here, because I'll say there's something hanging around here. Well, it's Venus, this, in the third decan of Scorpio. Well, Venus, as we saw, is the planet of love, beauty, and these are going to be very important to you. Venus is easygoing. Scorpio, which Venus is coming into, is about intensity and in-depth transformation and exploration of yourself and others. And with that number 7 there, the 7 of Cups, I have a mystical association with Venus as well. So there's like 2 doses of Venus accelerating into Scorpio. Thing is, though, that Venus is in detriment in Scorpio, so sometimes it can't express its sensitivity and emotions properly, and they can get channeled into negative behaviors or addictions and intensity associated with them, like overeating, like overdrinking. God forbid the Sagittarius would ever overdrink. Well, that sort of stuff is the darker side of Scorpio, I suppose. But the thing is, of course, that if you do get into excessive reactive behavior due to something perhaps that has affected you deeply in the past and changed you in such a way that it throws up its own set of problems. So there could be a moment here where your emotions are out of balance. You can sometimes use alcohol or other drugs to cover over old wounds, because it allows you to retain your optimism, doesn't it? But look, just look at them and say to them, they are all in the past and their dead remains can no longer frighten me. That's November. Well, it was a pleasure to see you, and unless I see you separately, either for a clairvoyant reading or for a healing, then I'll see you here again next month. And until then, remember one thing, and it is this, that you are a legend. And I look forward to seeing you here again next month. Until then, it's bye for now.